Hi everyone, Jess Corey, Director of Sweet Scents Divine. I wanted to talk to you a little bit today about Facebook parties. This time of the year, Facebook parties are really big for me. Well, why is that? January, and I live in the Northeast Kingdom. Okay, there's snow. It's freezing outside. Who wants to go out and start their car when it's freezing outside to go to a party? I want to just be home in my fuzzy blankets, my pajamas, my heated blanket, hot coffee or tea, whatever it may be. I want to be home. So these Facebook parties are amazing for people to have, everybody to come together online and have a good time. Now, how do I make them successful? I've been with the company for about 2.5 years, so I've been dabbling with Facebook parties since then. Now they're starting to explode for me, which is great, but it's because I finally figured out how to make them work good for me. Yeah, I've had some good successful ones, a lot of bombs, but because of the trial and the error, I've, again, finally learned something that works best for me, so I'm going to share it with you. So, let's start from the beginning. I have a host that's excited to host a Facebook party. I want to make sure she stays excited. So I am going to thank her for hosting a Facebook party. She's made an awesome decision because this party is going to be super fun for her and for all of her guests who are going to attend. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to coach her to set up her own event on Facebook. I want her to do it for many reasons. Reason one, because when she sets up the event on Facebook, it's going to ping to her wall that she has an event going. 2, she is going to invite all of her friends. Her friends are going to see her as the one who set up the party in her picture. Her friends don't know me. So you want your host to be doing the inviting and to be the one that they see for the profile picture of who's setting up the event. Somebody they recognize and somebody they know. And now let's go on to inviting. So inviting, do not let your host invite all of her friends on Facebook and then message you saying, how come I can only invite 500 friends and it doesn't let me invite more? Oh my gosh, lady, why are you inviting 500 people? No, don't invite your entire friends list, okay? I have not found any of those parties to be successful at all. Why? Because you're just mass inviting them. It's not personal. They're just going to scroll through. Have you done that? You've been invited to all these events. You just scroll through. You don't even attend. You don't even look at what it is. Okay? You just maybe see a picture and that's it. You keep scrolling. So, 100 or less. I've had some that have been maybe upwards of 120 and still had a successful party. I say 100 or less. Less is best when you're inviting. And remember, she needs to personally invite all of these people. Okay? So invite as many people as you would invite to your home, as this is a version of a home party. All right? So personally inviting. They can private message, they can text, they can email, and they can send out postcards, and they can use our party planner that we have when we set up a party in our workstations. So make sure you gather your host's email to be able to set them up with Party Planner. Okay? And again, personally invite. Now those postcards, those should be in your packet that you give to your host. Yes, whether it's a home party, basket party, or Facebook party, they should always be getting some form of a packet that you fill with catalogs, order forms, brochures, join and host, a little thank you card, and also the postcards in there as well. Okay, they should always get some form of a packet with instructions and a thank you in there for all your parties. So this way here she can go and she can get started with inviting. One of the things that I use and that I absolutely love and I highly recommend is the host coaching checklist. So you can download this in the resources tab of our workstations. What it does is it keeps you right on tasks with collecting the information for your host, the time of the party, date of the party, her email, her contact information, when are the best times to contact her, all of that very important information. And then it continues on a checklist form of when and what to contact your host about. This is the most important part of having a successful Facebook party, is the constant contact with your host. okay? And again, this is a detailed outline of what you should be doing and when. I suggest following that pretty much to the T, and you will get a successful Facebook party. So again, host coaching checklist you can find in the resource tab of your workstation. So we definitely use that. So she creates the party. She invites all of her guests. This is when you also want to make sure she starts a wish list. Again, keep her excited and let her know how much she's going to need, like you would at any party, how much she's going to need to accumulate in sales to be able to earn her products for free and half off. So make sure she has a wish list, then make sure she stays excited. Now, she has her event up. She has a specific day picked. I don't do the 2-week parties. I don't do the 1-week party. I've done the 5-day party and they've been okay. My 1-day parties are my most successful. They are. I will set up a Facebook party maybe 2 weeks in advance. I don't like to set it up too much because I don't want to blow up their feed a lot before the party. So what I do is we set up the party and then I do start posting, but I do some small posts like I introduce myself. I want to get to know a couple of people. I do a points system. Now I never say I'm going to give away a prize, but I do say points are going to be something amazing for you, so you're going to want to earn as many points as you can. And one of the things to earn your first point is to click join or click going or maybe to this event. Now, as long as you can get them to click going or maybe to your event, now you've got them. They're going to see all your posts. If they do not click on going or maybe, they are not going to see anything. So that's your main goal. Make sure those numbers start to go up there under the goings and the maybes. Get your host to help you. Let her a private message and say, hey, there's some points going on. I don't want you to miss them. Come on over to my party page and make sure you click on going or even maybe if you're not quite sure so you can get on these points. I also post about some samples. I might say, show me your favorite Scentsy warmer or whatnot, or something that if you don't have Scentsy, maybe something that you'd consider you would like, or anything to that effect. Doesn't even have to be that, but as long as they're engaging, as long as they're commenting or whatnot, then I'm going to give them a sample. I'm going to send them out a sample in the mail. And then maybe a post later, oh, for everybody who commented or whatnot, you're getting a free sample. Now, it's not too late. If somebody else would like a sample as well, go ahead and go back to that post and make a comment. This way here, I can kind of get to know them, maybe get to know what they like, whatnot, and we can offer the free samples. Everybody can make a free sample, so that's something that we can do. And then that gives me a chance to check up on them and say, hey, how did you like your free sample? And it's getting them to try Scentsy before the party. So again, you want to do that in advance. So again, I just do a couple little posts. I play a game. I play bingo. Again, I do not say there's going to be a winner. I just say we're going to be playing bingo tonight. I'll post in the morning, game tonight. You don't want to miss it. 8 p.m. sharp, and I'll make sure I reiterate that 8 p.m. sharp. You want to be here. You'll earn 5 more points for the person who shouts bingo first. So I play bingo. Everybody does love bingo. We do start at 8 p.m. sharp usually. Now I'm kind of jumbling here. So 8 p.m. sharp, I usually do my parties and I find them most successful on Thursday nights at 8 p.m. I do. Even Wednesdays, but later on in the week, but not really a Friday or a Saturday. A lot of people are busy during those times and they don't really party. So Wednesdays, Thursdays, days like that, I do find most success at 8 o'clock, 8 to 9. I do 1 hour party only. So I've done my little posts, and what and why do I post? So I know if you're not familiar, I suggest you join a couple of party pages. Now, this isn't just for Scentsy. This is for Velada too. You can have these Velada parties online as well, which will be just as successful. So to find out what to post and when to post, Edie Pelletier has a wonderful outline that you can find over at Facebook Parties Consultant Groups. It's on Facebook. You do need to join this group. And when you do join this group, you want to make sure that you read the pinned post and are very clear about the group. They do have tons and tons of photos that is there in their photo files that you can use. In their files tab, you will find an outline of the party. Now, lots of changes are happening on Facebook, so stay tuned to hear more about that. Once you join the Facebook Parties Consultant Group, you will be able to hear more and stay up to task on that. But one of the main things is don't just copy paste. You can get a good idea of what you should post using these outlines. Make it your own. Put your own information in there and make it sound like you. So kind of rewrite it a little bit to sound like you and to make it yours. Okay? Do not copy and paste and copy and paste. This can eventually end you up in Facebook jail and logged out and not be able to get in. And nothing's worse than that happening in the middle of a party. So don't do it. Make it your own. Now, if you're Velada, there is a Facebook party outline under the official Velada Independent Consultant Group. You can find that there with tons and tons of recipes. Pinterest is amazing for both, but I will say personal is best. Personal videos, welcoming everybody to the party, thanking your hostess. Go ahead and make a personal video doing this and upload it to your Facebook event. People love that stuff. They really do. Also, I use WordSwag for a lot of customizing photos. I'll say Christine's party is only in 1 hour. Make sure you're here, and I'll just kind of dress it up and make it look all neat and funky. But make sure you're doing something personalized because, again, they really love that too. It's just not all copy, paste, copy, paste. Take photos of the warmers that you have. With your kids, one of my buddy videos that I use for my Scentsy Facebook parties are with my kids playing with the Reddies. So I get so many more comments and interaction on those than I did the other videos. I really did. So make sure you make it personal. And so that's all before the party. Again, I just do tiny posts. I got really off track here. I do tiny posts. I really don't talk about the products before the party. We play some games, and that's about it. Welcome everybody, a chance to earn more points. I let them search kind of through the catalog, whatnot, get them familiar with how they're going to be able to order. And the day of the party is the day when I do all of my posts, just like a home party. Okay? I don't go to the host's house at a home party and start talking about the products and make everybody come every hour or 2 times a day so I can talk about the products. I don't do that, so I'm not going to do that on my Facebook party either. So, my 1 hour event is fast-paced. They need to make sure that they know how to refresh their page often and that they have a notepad because they're going to want to write things down. Now, because it's so fast-paced, I have a couple of things with me. So I have my own notebook so I can take notes while the party's going. I'm doing this on my computer. I am copy and pasting, but it's my own content. I have edited the outlines to what works for me and my information, and I quickly would paste that onto the wall with a photo. Always with a photo. Don't just write anything without a photo. You get more engagement with a photo. Okay, so I'm doing that all on my computer. I have my phone. Now I use my phone to answer comments. When somebody comments or likes, I'll get a ding on my phone. Now, so I don't get too messed up on my computer and out of the page where I need to be, and I'm prepping my posts because they're pretty much every 3 minutes. I use my phone to answer people's questions. I find that really easy for me to do that. So that's just a little secret, I guess, to when you're doing the parties. So again, I'll do another game in there. I'll throw in which chick flick, and I'll let them know that randomly I'm going to be posting these photos in between the party, and you'll get a point for the first person who answers what movie that these photos are trying to describe. And again, this is something that is I believe, don't quote me, but I believe it's in Facebook Party. No, it's not in Facebook Party Consulting Room. It is not, because they do not try to push games in that group. That you should really just be doing the outlines and sharing Scentsy, because we can never ever say win. You cannot win anything. So you should be picky and choosy with what you're playing for games. Just can't say win. Just remember that. Or free, you know. As a sample is okay, but free gifts, free this, free that, you cannot do that on a Facebook party either, because that's posting publicly, and we can't do that. Private message is okay. Just remember that. But there is some games groups online that you can find as well. If you're part of Team Sweet Scents, I'm gonna upload that in our page as well, for some games that you can play. But I do that also to create some interaction. I tell my host to make sure she's commenting, and she's throwing her own posts in there as well. More interaction from her means more interaction from her friends, and more interactions from her friends mean that all these posts are going to be constantly jumping up. People are going to see them. They're going to talk to each other and like and love the product, and I'm going to get some great feedback out of it and some good orders towards the end. I always do a Google Doc drawing slip in there too. Just like our drawing slips that we have for both Scentsy and Velada, I make a Google document about it as well. Hosting, joining, whether it's hosting a home party, Facebook party, whatnot. Would you like to receive my email? I do all of that. So you can set one of those up on your Google Documents and attach that and copy and paste your link into a post where they can fill that out as well. So I usually post that a couple of times just to make sure they've done it. And after the party is over, make sure you thank everybody. I always stay online. I let them know I always stay online about an hour after to help answer any questions and whatnot, and then always follow up. Make sure you send them all messages the next day, thanking them so much again for joining you in the party. And that if they have any questions on ordering or anything that they just didn't think about yesterday, that they can ask you now, that you're also available. And also make sure you post to the page as well for any last minute orders, and make sure you're continually posting to say, hey, you know, so-and-so's, this is the last day to party, I don't want you to miss out, and all of that. Another thing I also have with me when I'm sitting there is my calendar, just in case somebody does want to PM me and book a show. So I do have that available and ready as well, just in case I need it. And I find that I book shows when I look at my documents. When I look at my documents, the finalized piece, you can see everybody that's filled out your document. And a lot of people will click on have a Facebook party. So as soon as they do that, I'm going to be following up with them and after the party and booking a party with them, because apparently they had some fun and they wanted to have their own, and I just don't want to wait a week and then ask them and just be like, oh no, I'm all set right now, or just can't get in touch with them. But I do find those are the best ways to party. I do. That's just something that's worked for me. So keep it personal, coach your host, have fun, and follow up. Enjoy and have fun.